Mario, and I know I have not been recording much ever since day 2 when I was hanging out with Jeremiah ever since, and then of course you realize I did went to Taco Cabana with him, and it was pretty good. The meat was fantastic, and enjoyed part of the rest of the week, and I finally get to hang out with I finally get to see Grandpa for the time being, and he's doing all right. So yes, and yeah. And by the way, back on the same interstate 35 of 2022's years. So yes, it seems everything's going to be a little bit more under construction to try to expand. And yes, there's palm trees right there. See, there it is. So yeah, I thought I was gonna be here for a week, to be honest, but someone kind of didn't give me the memo a little bit, because the trip was moved up ahead, like way ahead of time, and we 2 weeks tops. So because I know that Grandpa was sick, and I'm crossing over the San Marcos River right now, and just leaving the San Marcos River. Yes, there's Texaco. Yes, and I'm during the last week from days 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. I went to Whataburger. Yes, and you thought what? It's yes, I went to Whataburger again from last year, and who knows? I might go to Whataburger again, and I'll get to show you why does it look like I went to Whataburger. So, and I also went to Dunkin' Donuts as well, and then to get the taste of the cup of coffee with the delicious iced coffee and their nitro cold brew. So yeah. And also, there are lots and lots of donuts. Yeah, and also breakfast sandwiches, and also non-breakfast sandwiches, and bread and croissants, and some others that I want to remember, and others that I can't remember. So, yes, and Whataburger, I tried their refreshing, oh man, chicken salad. It's actually pretty good, to be honest. I mean, so it's like its own Jack-in-the-Box restaurant, but Whataburger's only found in the Southwest, mainly in Texas, some other parts such as who knows, maybe parts of New Mexico to Colorado, and perhaps Louisiana and Arkansas, and maybe Oklahoma. So yes, and I enjoyed my time in such as Whataburger and Dunkin' Donuts, and also I went to Schlitterbahn, and it was yes, I went to Schlitterbahn, one of the best water parks in the country. I did not know there was an east and west side, to be honest, when my mom dropped me off at the water park resort. Yes, there is a resort, and yes, you can book a room in advance, so it has to be in advance. So, you gotta be ahead of time. And there's the Blanco River. That's Spanish for White River, if you want to know. So yes, White River. And I'm happy to be from where I'm at, if you'd like to know. So, and all this and that, and makes me want to be, being in Texas in 2 weeks. I would say it'll be like a home away from home feel, and it really has grown on me. It really has. So about less than a half an hour away from Austin, Texas, and about approximately 2 hours from Waco, home of the Baylor Bears of the Big 12 Conference. So yes, Texas Longhorns is in Austin, Texas, which is a Big 12 conference school. And I was told they're going to be moved to another conference. So, and guess what? Oklahoma wants to join. The Sooners wants to join with the Longhorns in another conference. So, what does this mean for the Big 12? I don't know. But if they stay in Big 12, that's fine. I mean, that'll be great. A big powerhouse conference mix-up is what I know of. So I did experience Tropical Storm Harold, and it wasn't too bad. I saw the heavy rain. I was inside with Taco Cabana with Jeremiah, enjoying the food. I hear the rolling thunder. I was like, I used to be afraid because of, the rolling thunder and the lightning, because when I was younger, but now I'm not afraid anymore. Sort of. Okay. Everybody gets afraid once in a while. So there. And the same way as, so what am I doing on the freeway? Well, my mom is driving, of course, as you can see. So, yeah, she's driving and she's trying to switch another car. Yeah, this car has mostly USB Type-C ports, and we don't have that kind. There is a car charger. I mean, you put it in and then plug into your charger cell phone. So that's the only good news that we have. We don't have USB Type-C ports because this car has the USB Type-C ports and not USB Type-B or A. It's bad. Oh, we don't have those. It's too bad, but you can't convert the ports from USB Type-C to USB Type-B or A. As a city boy, like I'm always am, even though I sound like a cowboy, like with a southern accent, if you're on a freeway such as Interstate 35, if you're in Texas or some other places, you always got to think, you have to be like ahead of time to exit out of the ramp before you know what hits you. So that's how it works. I mean, there are most freeways in most states usually do that, but on freeways on some states like this one right here, I'm in Texas. Look, there's Valero. Yes. And the gas prices are cheap over here in Texas and in Idaho. I'm sorry, but it's true. There's the 7-Eleven and the DQ, and they have Jack in the Box. And I'm in Kyle, Texas, and they do have Dunkin' Donuts here. Like, what? Okay, Mr. Smarty Pants, if they have Dunkin' Donuts, where is Dutch Brothers? No, I bet they don't have Dutch Brothers coffee here. Guess what? They do. And you thought I was wrong. McDonald's is always everywhere. It's worldwide. Conoco, gas station, the works. Oh man, yes. And I remember when I did a recording of 2022, and I told Austin Lawrence, and I said, "Hey Austin, I found your hometown. I know where you live." And he's like, "No, that's not where I live from." Yeah, I remember. Oh. And there's a 7-Eleven gas station, and there's Target, and there's HEB. I think it's Harold Eugene what? Or Hubert Eugene what? I don't know. It's the name of a store. It's like Albertsons, to be honest. It really does. And then, yeah, there's Walmart stores, Popeyes, and sheepy. And yeah, there's Dunkin' Donuts. Ha! I knew it. Told you. And Dutch Brothers. Ha! There it is. I told you who. So who is lying now? Oh man, and aside, I mean, I had a great time at Schlitterbahn. I've been to several water rides, and then one of the longest, the raging river, and then a water slide, and then some other slides. Then I was in the Westbahn. Now I've gone to the Eastbahn. I mean, it's Schlitterbahn in a nutshell. Of course, there are Schlitterbahn water parks, because I thought there was only one in New Braunfels, Texas, but it seems it's not the only one in New Braunfels. No. There's a one in, I know there's one in San Antonio, perhaps. I mean, there's some other locations. There's one in Corpus Christi, Texas, which I did not know, which I kind of figured it out, because there's like more than one Schlitterbahn around Texas. And it's not just New Braunfels. It's not just New Braunfels. So yeah, Corpus Christi. So it's a city, but it's Latin for body of Christ, if you want to know. So that's what it means, Corpus Christi, Texas. And yes, it's Corpus Christi, Texas, about the size of, I would say about the size of Tampa, perhaps. That's my guess. Still pretty popular. And there's Victoria, Texas, all that. Of course, I've never been to Houston, which I know that I have a relative somewhere who lives in the outskirts of Houston, but would be nice if I did visit the city of Houston once, and that would be enough for me. I mean, like, just visit the city of Houston once, and that's it. And yeah, there's Niederwald and Buda exit ramp. So yeah, Niederwald. It's a German name because there's a Germanic community in the heart of Texas, if you want to know. If you think about it, to go back because of the name of Schlitterbahn. So yes, and yeah, it's I'm in hill country along with in the tropics. So yes. So I would say about almost half the state of Texas is in the tropics, which it can reach as far as Dallas and Fort Worth. So yes, Dallas and Fort Worth. And why I checked out Google Maps, and I found there's some palm trees. Not a lot, but there's like some, just not a lot. So there you have it. And my goodness. And I've been to Black's Barbecue. Really good food at the barbecue. The meat brisket, the beef, the turkey. It's really good. The chorizos, if you put it with barbecue sauce, and it's something else. It's really delicious. It's so good. Man, and it's absolutely delicious. The flavor, I cannot describe it. It is just next level. Yeah, there you have it, next level. So yeah, there's Whataburger restaurants here, so don't say there isn't, because there is, because I'm in Texas, y'all. Yeah, there's Starbucks. Yeah, now Dutch Brothers, coffee, Dunkin' Donuts, and Starbucks are definitely butting heads together. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoy my time. So anyway, everything is hunky dory and all that and stuff. So gonna go switch another car in the meantime, but I'm definitely looking forward to it. And like I say, Texas is like a home away from home feel, and I feel like it's starting to grow on me so much. I can actually feel, and there are some places like they're built under construction, and there are some are completed, like that I've not seen. It's like, yes, this has been completed. This is under construction. This is what I've not seen before when it's completed. So yeah, all in the making. I have no idea who put toilet paper or whatnot or the plastic on a tree. So yeah, that don't bother. I have no idea. So anyways, I'm going to do a time skip while you guys, if I keep you updated or whatnot, in a way, who knows? I will do that. So anyways, by the power invested in me, and there's Interstate 35 North, because we're not, we're going to go switch another car, just not back into the interstate. So anyways, we're going to, there you go. We are going to time skip right about now.
To my left, this is the Omni La Mansión. The Omni opened up 15 years after the Battle of the Alamo with St. Mary's School for Boys. Until 1966, when two alumni came back, they bought out the school and turned the building into a luxury hotel just in time for the 1968 World Fair. Now St. Mary's is the co-west school and is located on the far west side of town, known as St. Mary's University. This is also where Jennifer Lopez stayed when she was filming the Selena movie. She has stayed at the very top floor in the presidential suite, and of course, ever since then, the prices have gone up. Now, for this part here, we can only see this as soon as we get out of underneath the bridge. So, if I can have everyone do me a favor, if I can have everyone look at me really quickly. Now, what we're going to do here, everyone, is we're going to look to the left, and we're going to look straight up, all the way up to the top of the building, okay? So, to the left and all the way up to the top of the building. We're going to see an optical illusion of a freestanding wall. So, to the left and all the way up to the very top of the building.
Let's talk about new heights.
Now that was the Nick Hospital. It opened up in 1930 and it was the first fully serviced and fully air-conditioned hospital in the nation. Now, of course, some very, very famous people were born there, like Carol Burnett and, of course, Michelle Rodriguez. Unfortunately, it did close down in 2019, but it was quickly bought by the Marriott. So now in just a few years, our hospital is going to be a luxury hotel. But of course, it's not far from the usual things we have around here. You know, we're always turning hospitals into hotels and morgues into restaurants, just like the one right underneath it. It might also be Marriott's most haunted location because in the 30s, the majority of the hospital wasn't a single site. But right in front of us here, the building with all the windows, this is the Hyatt Regency Hotel. Now the Hyatt, it stands at 16 stories high because any higher, and it would cast a shadow on the Alamo that's right in front of it, which is forbidden. And as the sun must rise and set on the Alamo every single day in honor of those who fought. Now you can even go through the Hyatt even if you're not a guest there. If you ever do, you're going to see some cool water features, some beautiful plants, some souvenir shops, some restaurants. Keep going all the way through and you'll end up right in front of the Alamo. So right next to it here, this is the Frosty Dog. They have some really good drinks that you take to go and they play live music every single day. Later on, of course, if you want to come back and check them out.
Arr, Frosty Dog, arr. Crockett Street.
And coming up to our right, this building here used to be the Casino Club building. Now, of course, it had nothing to do with casinos, but it brought two all-metal society groups together, and it's where they would have their meetings. Now, the Washington floor is at Sawgrass Steakhouse, but the rest of the building are the cheapest apartments on the riverwalk. Now, the only thing about these apartments is there's about a 16-year wait.
What? That's insane.
I know. Now, when I say cheapest, I really do mean cheapest, than everything else on the river, with just a view of it starts at $2,000 to $3,000 and goes up from there. These started at $200, so do not go over $1,300. And we are now in Restaurant Row. This is where the majority of our restaurants are. So if you're looking for something to eat after, this is where you want to come. And just a heads up, everyone, the birds and the ducks do like to fly very, very close to the boat, but it's okay, we can enjoy anything too bad. If they do, it's good luck. But if you're looking to have a real good time, over here to our left, this is Cafe Olay, and they're famously known for their 60-ounce margaritas.
Wow.
Exciting shots of them. Now, of course, you can even dress the red,
Yeah.
more.
Go Ducks. Even if I'm in Texas, whether it's the NHL or not. I'm enjoying this. By the way, river cruise right here, like Little Venice in San Antonio.
Alright, this is Casa Rio. It opened up in 1946 as the first restaurant on the riverwalk. So of course, back then when you would come down here for dinner, you would go on a gondola ride for about 30 minutes or so. They come back, your table and your food will be ready. And when the city thought this was such a great idea, they actually bought it off of them, and here we are today. Now we still do offer the dinner on the boat, but you do have to rent it out 2 to 3 weeks in advance. Or if you don't want to drive around eating, you can drive around drinking, because you know who doesn't love doing that. We have a cocktail charter, it's a little bit cheaper than the dinner one. Or we have a beverage bar, it's a lot cheaper than the dinner one. Or you can even rent out the boat just like it is right now. Now when you rent out the boat, you know, it's your boat. So for example, if you see one of your friends walking on the side of the river, you can be like, oh, very thankful, I want to go pick those people up. And I would have to because it's your boat and you have all this room, you know. So you can also easily go online, or if you're going to go to one of the restaurants down here, tell me to go over there and go pick it up. It's a lot cheaper. They didn't have to
Your own boat, huh? That's new when you go on a canal river cruise like this.
So just exit on actual part of the river. We are now in the man-made section.
Here's Market Street.
Now this section here, it has a completely concrete bottom. It is 4 feet to 5 feet deep, and it was built for the 1968 World's Fair. So of course, back in 1968, San Antonio was hosting its 250th birthday of the city. And what was supposed to be this small town fair and only last 2 weeks off, ended up becoming this huge World's Fair. Now this World's Fair was such a big hit, everybody from all over the world came down to San Antonio. They lined up on each side of the Riverwalk, brought a part of their culture and beverages, of course, to attract tourists to where they're from. And this party was such a big hit, it lasted 6 months long. So fun fact for you, on an average year, we have just a little bit over 250 people fall in the river every single year. But of course, with a 6-month long party, you know, that was the year the most people fell in the river. And well, fun fact for y'all, they don't fall in during siesta time, they don't even fall in during Sigla time. They start falling in literally the day after Thanksgiving, when the city turns on the Christmas lights. But as a centerpiece of the World's Fair, if you look to our right on the street level and in between these trees here, you're gonna see the Tower of Americas, built for the 1968 World's Fair. Now it has a 750-foot observation deck, 952 steps, and every year on the anniversary of 9/11, firefighters come fully equipped and race to the top. Now of course the firefighters are doing this before they dedicated it to 9/11. And back in 1981, the fastest time going up was at 5 minutes and 18 seconds, and still to this day it has not been broken. Now if you want to go there after, you can. All you gotta do is follow the river to the right side. It's cost about $16.50 a person to go up there, but don't worry, the ride down is free. Now they do have restaurants and barbecue there as well.
And you say there's
Right
no
in front of us
pine
here,
trees.
she's called Stargazer. She's very, very new here to the Riverwalk. She was just revealed back in March, and she's made out of volcanic stone from an active volcano in Mexico. Now, unfortunately, that's all there is to know about her, because 2 weeks after she was revealed, the artist came out on the news to say she has no meaning to her. Yeah, she's whatever you want her to be, she's up for interpretation.
Yay.
And coming up to our right is another one of our locations. Normally, our most famous one, because of our frozen margaritas with everything in them. These are that you sample them out before you can buy them. You can mix and match. That makes the coffee has different sizes. And it's the only location actually going with time live tickets. Now we sell other beverages before. They even sell souvenir cups, shot glasses, tumblers, and so shirts, hats, jackets, condoms, margarita holders, and some refrigerators, so focus, so down there fast.
Talk about
We're on time
noodles.
to We're on time to
Talk about reaching new heights, to be honest. comes to something like this
Now, it's
tall,
also a location because it's located right next to our River Center Mall. Now, hence the name River Center, the river does flow through the center of it. The only thing is you can't see it from the inside, you can only see it from the outside. I'll show you where in just a little bit.
oh my. Time skip. They're pine trees, and you say there isn't any, so guess what there is? Besides pine, there's palm and pine working combined together. So,
And coming up to our right, you're gonna see this statue of a man holding a baby. This is St. Anthony de Padua. He is the patron saint of lost items and small children. Yes, the baby has a six-pack. Now, of course, he is who San Antonio and the river are named after. But if you didn't know, San Antonio was named after the river because it was here first, of course. And he was a gift to us for the 1968 World's Fair by Portugal because St. Anthony, who lived back in the 12th century, he was raised from Portugal. And fun fact for y'all, his real name, it wasn't even Anthony. Yeah, his real name, it was Fernando. Yeah, and fun fact number 2 for y'all, if you ever want to sell your house, all you gotta do is bury him in your front yard, keep towards your house, and he sells it just like that. And it really does work. Now, of course, he does a whole bunch of other stuff, and apparently if you want a boyfriend, he'll bring you a boyfriend guaranteed. Now, I don't know how that one works, so you can go home and try it. Coming up to our right, on the street level and in between these trees here, you're gonna see a church peeking through, right up there. This is St. Joseph's German Catholic Church. Now, it's German because it was built back in the 1800s when the majority of San Antonio spoke German. So, of course, they wanted their own place of worship in their native language. They had built theirs right down here. I don't know if any of you have been on the street level where the mall is. If you have, you may have noticed that there's a church operating in the middle of it. That's the one. Now, of course, every single year the mall doubles and triples their money about church site of worship, but they say no because they still do practice the same English and in German. They even have an all-male choir that performs there once a month at the end of the month in German.
I knew this feels like a German settlement
now,
around.
You are right. On the street level and at the corner of this building here, you're going to see a squiggly orange sculpture peeking through, right up there. This is known as the Torch of Friendship, and it was a gift to us in 2002 by Mexico, so even though we're not a part of Mexico anymore, we still stand on good terms. Now, I do have a question for everyone aboard. Is it anyone's birthday today? Why would you do that? Tomorrow? Yesterday? No? Do you have anyone celebrating an anniversary? She graduated, yeah. Now, do you have anyone else who is a military veteran, active military, first responder, teacher, or essential worker aboard? No, we just have the one. What is your name? One more second. What's your first name? Sarah. Can you raise your hand so everybody can see you, please? Hi, Sarah. Hi, Sarah. Hi, Sarah. Oh, we can stand up, Sarah. Sarah, how old are you? 23. Sarah just graduated today. Like 2 hours ago. Oh my God, can you give her a round of applause, please? But coming up to our right, this is our last location that we're going to pass by today. Now, this is our Historia location. So here today, Historia, this is where the stories all begin. Now, right across the river from that, if you look all the way up and to the left, you're going to see Palacio del Rio by Hilton. Now, this building here was built in record time at 202 working days with weekends and holidays off. So it was built so fast, as you can see, the bottom 4 floors look normal, while the rest of the building doesn't. Well, that's because the 4 floors are built here on site, while all the other rooms were built here in San Antonio, 5 miles away to be exact, on a different site. Now, when they were done building each room, they furnished them. So each room was fully furnished, all the way from the bathtubs to the beds to the lamps and the Bible on the nightstand. They brought the rooms back over here, lifted them up, and stacked them one on top of the other, just like Legos. That's why each room is in and out like that. And of course, it was built for the 1968 World's Fair. It's in the Guinness Book World Record as the fastest building ever built.
Wow, I did not know this. That is new to me. Now I know
right
why.
In front of us here, this is La Vinita. La Villita's little village in English, and that's exactly what it is, as it was San Antonio's first neighborhood here. And it was also the site of Santa Anna's cannon line in the Battle of the Alamo. Now it's shops, dining, and bars, of course, if you want to come back and check them out. Not a lot of people know the place is so far away from all the other bars and restaurants.
Little Rhine Prost house. La Villita. It is unbelievable, I'll give you that.
This little area, this is our Arneson River Theater. To the left is the 800-person seating, and to the right is the stage, of course. Now behind the stage, there are 5 bronze bells. Now these bells represent the 5 missions we have here in San Antonio. The middle one, representing the Alamo, our only mission downtown. Now the stage would also look familiar to some of you. If you've ever seen the 2000 movie, Miss Congeniality, starring Sandra Bullock, this is where she did her famous world peace speech. And they even started running out the place for weddings. So if you're going to get married later, if you know someone who is, or if you want to do it all over again, you can get all the attention right there.
Christmas lights.
And coming up to our right, where the really big statue is, that statue represents the first cattle drive we had here in Texas. And the building behind it is the Briscoe Western Art Museum. Now, the Briscoe had opened up in 2013. Inside, they have Pancho Villa's last known saddle and Santa Anna's ceremonial sword. But before that, in 1968, was the Harrisburg Circus Museum. And before that, in 1930, this was the first public library here downtown. It was said to be the tallest building because of all the stories they had.
No way, Pancho Villa.
And right in front of us here, this bridge that we're about to go under looks very low. But I can assure you it is not that low. This is called a Rosetta's Bridge. It is completely bolted together. There is no welding involved. And it was a gift to us back in the 1800s all the way from Berlin, Connecticut, of course. Now we have a set of these bridges with the whole United States. We have 5 in San Antonio. This is one of them. But coming up to our right, this little island here, this is known as Marriage Island. Now it's called Marriage Island because the roots of the cypress tree shapes the island like a heart. Also because over 300 weddings happen here every single year and over 400 proposals a year. It's said to bring good luck getting back all the way to the next revolution. Now, of course, right next to it here, this is known as the Tunnel of Love. So if y'all are here with your loved ones, go ahead and give them a kiss, give them a hug, a high five, a pat on the back, a fist bump, because I want to kick them out of love.
I will not say.
And coming up to our right, this is the Westin Hotel. Now the Westin had opened up in November of 1999. Now when the Spurs play a home game, their opponent team stays at the top 2 floors, and their main lobby is furnished from a 17th century European castle. Everything has been refurbished and is still hanging up to this very day.
Wow.
But if we look all the way up and to the left, you're gonna see the Tower Lifeboat. It opened up in 1929. It was originally called the Smith and Young Tower. Now the Smith and Young duo were very, very superstitious, so if you look all the way up there again, you're gonna see some gargoyles sticking out.
Yeah, I
So
see
they're
it.
to protect the building.
I bet Batman would love to be
If you
here.
look right above the first floor here, just above the little trees with the flowers on them, you're gonna see some scary, ugly looking faces sticking out. These are called grotesque faces, and they were used to ward off bad business and evil spirits. But of course, they don't work. As the Smith and Young duo had lost the building because of the Great Depression. What originally cost them $3 million in 1 year to build, they were forced to sell it in auction. And it was sold for $300,000. Less than 10% of what they bought it for. Now, it used to operate as law firms and insurance companies. But if you hear sometime next year, the majority of it is going to be from apartments and restaurants. And it's now worth and saves money $10 million.
That's insane. I bet Batman would love to be here besides
And right in front
Gotham.
of us here, you're going to see this big giant red building with a point on it. This is our Bear County Courthouse. That is BEXAR. It is the largest, oldest, and continuously operating courthouse in Texas. Now, I do have to honk my horn here a few times so nobody gets scared. Ready? 1, 2, 3. And a little bit closer over against the traffic light.
Yep, right there.
We're gonna honk it a
You go,
Now
man.
that boat there, that's a lady echo. She's about the size of us, but as you can see, she has two nets on the side of her. She's looking up the river for us. Almost there, basically. Now, of course, she's gas powered. The boat that you are on, we are fully electric. We are on an autobus. So we just exited the 3 feet to 4 feet of water. We are now in the 14 to 25 feet. So back in 1921, there was a huge flood in the downtown area. Above street level, it was under 9 feet of water. So from 1922 to 1924, the Army Corps of Engineers and the city of San Antonio worked on a flood control plan. So they put two floodgates on the right side of the river. You look behind us, way back there, you kind of see a drop. That's a 15-foot drop, so on the floor, we don't go that way. They even put these drain holes here on the wall so the water from the street level can also come down here. So when it starts to rain really, really hard, the two floodgates will close. When they're both closed, send the signal back to that one over there to lower just a few feet so the water from here runs from over there and it eventually ends up in the Gulf of Mexico. Now, of course, back then, nobody believed that the flood control was going to work, so a lot of people left the downtown area, leaving it very, very lonely into the 40s. Now, of course, the majority of our river is only 3 feet to 4 feet deep, and the rest of it 4 feet to 5. Now, the deepest our river goes is 27 feet deep up north where the Los Angeles flows.
I never knew how deep water goes when you travel on a boat cruise.
This is the Drury Plaza Hotel. Now, the Drury had opened up in 2007, but of course, before 2007, this area that we were in and that little area we just came out from, there was no sidewalk. So they had built and donated the sidewalk to the city, and it cost them $1 million to do so. But before that, in the 30s, it was the Alamo National Bank building. They still have the same sign up in the front to this day. They even have the deposit box building.
It's incredible.
So right in front of us here, you're going to see this little light post. And right next to it, you're going to see this really big tree. This is the oldest tree here on the riverwalk at over 350 years old, older than San Antonio itself. Now this tree is actually named after Ben Malum after he was shot by a sniper that was in this tree. This sniper had shot Ben Malum right in the head after he had gathered 300 volunteers to bring back with him. Now, of course, the sniper was actually trying to shoot anyone trying to cross the river, anyone in any Texas. Next to our right at the corner here, you're going to see Happening Rolling Station. It's a tiki bar. They're very new here to the Riverwalk. If you want to come back and check them out, they're right around the corner from where y'all got picked up at. Now, normally I do tell y'all around the time that they open up at, but I've been noticing they've been opening up whenever they want to. So, if y'all want to come back and check them out. Our right next to the construction here, the little old building is the Esquire Tavern. Now the Esquire, it is the oldest bar on the river with the longest wooden bar top in Texas at 110 feet long. So of course the oldest bar because it was open during the Prohibition, and the only reason why it was able to stay open was because it was a barber shop. So back then you would come in and ask for a special haircut, but then come out without a haircut and just a little stumble to your step. Now right in front of us here, does this look familiar to anyone at all? Yeah, this is where we started. Unfortunately, friends, this is the end of our tour. I do ask you to please stay seated as docking a boat can get a little bumpy. Also because any type of movement will shift the boat the other way and y'all eventually jerk away from me. I'll give you a thumbs up when it is safe to get up and get off, and now please stay seated.
This is incredible. Never thought I'd gather much information to learn what, and if I watch this video as many times as I could, it's interesting.
Last thing, tipping your boat captain for a job well done is always allowed, accepted, and very much appreciated. I even have Cash Up and Venmo. Now once you get up away for the thumbs up, it'll be safe to get up and get off.
Everything in tandem, I suppose. This is excellent, y'all. By the power invested in me, it seems we are going to time skip right now. So, what do you guys think of the tour of the Riverwalk of San Antonio? Hear anything interesting about the place that looks like Little Venice? Well, I was on the boat tour with my mom. Never got seasick, not even once. Well, usually if you're riding shotgun or going to the passenger seat and the middle or the back, good luck with that, because for me, I always try to keep a straight face when but getting seasick on a boat ride, not me. I don't get seasick at all. Not like even once. Like, come on, you have? Nope, I haven't. There's farm roadways, if you like to know. So we're on the road to Corpus Christi, Texas. So yes, I can see the Gulf Coast, the Gulf of Mexico, all the way from here. Besides the one in Florida. So yay. Yeah, there's farmland in Texas, like around here. So you're saying there isn't any? Well, guess what? There is. So, and you thought there's no pine trees either. Guess what? Someone's been wrong again and again and again. So there you have it. Oh, by the way, I saw cactus plants. You see the cactus plants? Because we're going high. Well, those almost look like deserty place, but it doesn't feel like. There's oak and mesquite and pine trees in Texas. So yes, look at that, a picnic area. So yes, it's like the rest area, but it's the picnic area. So if you're those who go on a picnic area, there is one. There is. Yeah, but there's no restroom. So not a restroom, but a picnic area. So yay, along with from where it is. Picnic. Unless you want to have some lunch for picnic. More of the cactus plants, of course. There's cactus plants in the southern parts of Texas, even though in the heart of Texas as well. If you go further west of Texas, such as El Paso, you'll see why. It's not the road trip, but then the next time when me and my mom would go on a trip to Texas, we'll go on a road trip and not buy the rent-a-car thing, because it's too complicated with my mom, because she gets frustrated. And believe me, when mom gets frustrated, you keep... Yeah. I would keep my distance, because she's like the Incredible Hulk on the inside but you don't want to mess with her. So if you say, can I mess with her? No, do not attempt fate. Don't press your luck. So if you do, good luck with that. You're going to need it, because she won't do. So, yes, on the way to Corpus Christi, Texas, about less than 2 hours from here. So, yeah. Like I said, there's a bunch of cactus plants on the alongside the freeway, because there is. And yes, I told you there's farmland. You see? There's the farmland. Even though I'm not a farm boy, but can you see it right there? I knew it. And you say, there isn't any. Well, guess what there is? And I see the cows right over there. See, there's the cows. Yeah, I see cows moving, because you think, those are fake cows. No, it's not fake cows. Those cows are real. And trust me, it is real cows. So, yes. And yes. Of course, you're saying, are there some electrical powered substations? Well, yes, there is. There's in Idaho, in Nevada, Utah, but anywhere around the United States. Even there is a substation from you don't know where it's at in your area. So yes, at that. Cars moving up the front, and then, a semi-truck putting up those signal on both lights, so that's why it was merging to the left into this left lane, and now it can go back to the right side of the lane, and that's where usually semi-trucks go, on the right side of the lane, unless of course they want to go a little faster. They can go take the left lane and pick up the speed a little bit. Of course, those semi-truck drivers do drive just a little bit slower, but still to keep up the pace on freeways and highways such as this. Yeah, I see grass. Yeah, the grass is dry on the heat, but like I said, there is farmland, and then you see the cows feeding off from eating the hay and all this. Like, yes, there's farmland here in Texas, and you can raise the cows and all, not to that, including the ride on a horse. There's the Atacosa River. Hello there, the Atacosa River. On behind the trees. And there's the railroad tracks. I wonder if that's connected to Pioneer or Union Pacific. I don't know. But there's a railroad steel mill. Not bad. So yeah, more of the cactus plants. You see now the cactus plants. If you saw it with your very own eyes right in front of you, there it is, the cactus plants right in front of you. Yep, there it is, more of the cactus plants. Yeah, because I see small ones. I thought we were going to see cactus plants at the big ones. Well, the ones you're going to look in the big ones is in Arizona, and also some in Nevada and California. Back country is where usually you're from. So all in all, we're doing pretty good, and I did enjoy the river walk on the boat cruise once again, and I did hear some information and like some of the history that I never knew as much around San Antonio. Like, yes, and like some I know, and well, some I do know, and most of and others that I do not know is absolutely interesting to me, because I find it what I never knew is actually new to me in the first place. So there you have it. Something new to pick up, and then while you see and understand, you get the idea. About over 100 miles away from Corpus Christi, Texas. So yes, there is a university at Corpus Christi, and I do remember that the Corpus Christi, Texas team of college basketball were in the first four, which is the first round or the second round of 64, the first round of the first four, because going into NCAA March Madness, and it was, yep, there it is, ranch, farmland, and rancho. And you say there isn't in there. Yes, there is. Of course, there's farmland in the north, in the south, in the west, in the mountain region, in the southwest. You get the idea. Look at that. Different plants, cacti plants, and a different palm plant tree, and the oak and the mesquite. Campbellton is 13 miles from here. Yes. There you go. See that? something of a tall building in a single bound from a long distance. I don't know. I mean, perhaps, I don't know. But usually when it comes to this far, no, I'm not looking at a mirage. It's like, what? You're looking at a mirage? No, I'm not. As if it was, I mean, my eyes would play tricks on me because I see it from the hill. You see it right there? There it is. There, right there, right down there. Yeah. Sticking out of the trees. It's like I see a building from the long distance. Anyways, I'm in a time skip. So anyways, time skip. I hope you enjoyed your history lesson of what you just heard in the intercom by a tour guide in the riverwalk of San Antonio, like Little Venice, which is really intriguing to understand around its history of the site of the buildings and whatnot. So you get to see with your own eyes and ears of what you hear, and not to mention those who live in Texas and those who don't live in Texas can understand what it means of reading and seeing the ancient history that was built around in Texas quite some long time ago. Oh yes, I was on the freeway with my mom on Interstate 37 going to Corpus Christi, Texas. Yes, guess what? I enjoyed it. So I'm somewhere in the middle of the pit stop. Well, not really though, because I wanted to stop like halfway there, and there you have it. So guess what? You'll be seeing the next video, which you'll be seeing who would love to see the Gulf of Mexico with their very own eyes, not to mention Corpus Christi, Texas, along as well as the first Whataburger in said Corpus Christi, Texas. Would you guys like that? Well, I bet you would, but that's going to be another time for the next video. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this as much as I do about learning some history of what it is. Mash that like button and or share this video. As your main owner and founder of this entire channel who likes to take chances, making mistakes, and getting messy, who likes peanut butter and chocolate and or breakfast for dinner, and I told you there's pine trees, but you don't believe me, y'all, because someone lied, and it's not me. Someone lied over there. So anyways, Godspeed, play safe, and shalom. Just remember to fight with honor, love, truth, and justice. I'll see you guys next time in the beaches of Corpus Christi, Texas, and near the Gulf of Mexico, because friendship is magic for everyone. As you excuse me, I'm gonna go jump into my SWIP suit into the next video. So anyways, I need some suntan lotion, some couple of cold water bottles, and a good refreshing chicken salad by Whataburger. And so anyways, I'm gonna enjoy my lunch. Anyways, while you guys take care, I'm gonna go eat and prepare myself. So anyways, I'm preparing myself.